our website. I have to stop those to reconnect there. And we should still be on the radio here as well. We are not. Let's try to reconnect here to our radio partners. And we will continue this with a tornado warning for Buchanan County here until 6:15. Now that we're back on everything that we should be on, we'll continue until 6:15. Again, we might have dropped our stream, but it should be back here throughout our area. And again, the storm from Hurley going to push into West Virginia. So the storm pushing out of Buchanan County into West Virginia, but still very rural areas of Buchanan County. Again, broad rotation of this storm pushing south of Honaker. And we're watching this storm closely, heading towards some population centers in Scott County. It's pushing toward Russell County and into Washington County in Virginia. This storm has some 60-mile-an-hour winds with it, but the weather service is saying tornado possible on this. We want to let you know those are all clears from the severe weather threat. If you're in eastern Kentucky, you're done with the threat. So that's the good news. If you're in East Kentucky, you're done with the severe weather threat. You're not dealing with it for the rest of the night. So that's good news. If you're west of the current warnings, then that's your situation. If you're east of the warnings, heads up, these storms are heading your way. We're going to continue this morning. So again, 60-mile-an-hour winds and some small hail with this storm. Again, so Gate City, Weber City, Fort Blackmore. This storm could have some winds. It's bowing out, but that could also, this king down here toward Gate City, we'll see if any rotation increases there. That would be very interesting near the state line if rotation increase in that storm. Let's go here to Honaker, just south of Honaker. Again, that storm broadly rotating, but could have some large hail, some damaging winds with it. Then we have our tornado warning in Buchanan County. So again, this broad rotation is pushing from Dickinson County or Buchanan County in West Virginia. We have some damage coming in Dickinson County. So I'm going to try to get with our sources in Dickinson County here. So let me try that here. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is getting very overwhelmed here in Dickinson County, in Buchanan County. New severe thunderstorm warning for 80-mile-an-hour winds for Buchanan County and McDowell County. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for that area, for that potential. Well, that's a lot of warnings. The main threat there, the tornado warning and the potential 80-mile-an-hour winds. Let's go down here to the south. Let's go from this storm here, Gate City. It's starting to stretch down to Kingsport. It's starting to expand again, which could increase the severe threat there. Northern Sullivan County might have to be added to a warning if that part starts to strengthen. Again, this severe thunderstorm warning does include Benham's, Lime Hill. It is based mainly west of downtown Bristol, and it's pushing off to the east here at about 40 miles an hour or so. Again, a quick spin up of a tornado, though, cannot be ruled out in that cell. We're having some issues connecting to our Twitter feeds. If you're trying to watch us on Twitter, we're trying to get back on the air there, but we've been having some issues connecting to Twitter. So, but we should be on our Facebook page, on our website, on our YouTube. You are looking for us, and looking for our live coverage. But again, this storm here near Hurley, we got two areas of kind of circulation. These are broad areas of circulation, nonetheless. But this is also in radar, what I like to call radar no man's land. You don't have good radar coverage. Radar coverage at all up here in this part of Southwest Virginia. But the best rotation that I see is now pushing out of Buchanan County into McDowell County in southern West Virginia. So that would be the good news, is that McDowell County, that is where that rotation would be moving into, and that would be out of our area. Not good news for those folks, though. In McDowell County, if you have friends there near War in that area, you might want to give them a heads up, give them a call, let them know that a potential severe storm capable of producing a tornado is heading their way. So again, we're watching these storms closely as they move through the entirety of the viewing area west to east. We told you this line of storms, it could produce some damaging winds, some large hail, and a few tornadoes. Well, here we are. We've had, I think now a total of 2 or 3 tornado warnings for our coverage area. Multitude of severe thunderstorm warnings. Some of those 80 to 90 mile an hour wind tags on them, which is big there. So again, we're going to zoom back in. We have these storms. These are bowing out. These would produce damaging winds as they head from Scott County into Washington County. So power outages would be likely. So make sure your phones are charged in Washington County, Virginia, Russell County, Eastern Scott County, because I got a feeling the power. That is one thing that we want to know as this storm bows out. There could be a little bit of broad rotation trying to develop as well. But Appalachian Power is also reporting outages there with those storms from Dickinson County that had the 90-mile-an-hour on them. Those are being produced there as well. So again, we're pushing these off to the east again. The tornado warning in parts of Buchanan County. It's starting to push out of the county into parts of southern West Virginia with that till 6:15. And I'm fine with giving Hurley the all clear. So if you're in Hurley, you can come out of your tornado safe place. But again, we do have the rotation that's pushed into McDowell County, so some good news there. If you're in Buchanan County, still parts of Buchanan County under a severe thunderstorm warning for 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts, which is going to do some damage. If some 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts, it's going to do weak tornado damage if it comes over your house. So, had a lot going on. Let's take a reset. Let's reset things at 5:56. We're getting close to the top of the hour, so we're going to do a full-on reset. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Skylar Doyle with First Orange Tri-Cities. We have one tornado warning in effect, a storm pushing from Buchanan County into McDowell County. So Buchanan County about ready to give you the all clear from the tornado threat in that storm, but still some damaging winds there in the southeast part of Buchanan County. Sorry, the northeast part of the county. And we do have another severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Russell County, far northeast Washington County for 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail, weak rotation. And our last severe thunderstorm warning in the Tri-Cities is pushing from Scott County into western Washington County, going to be pushing into the Bristol area here. And this storm starting now to sack down into parts of northern Sullivan County. So if you're in northern Sullivan County near the Tennessee-Virginia state line, so Kingsport points east under a severe thunderstorm warning. That severe thunderstorm warning has that tornado possible tag, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So again, it's these storms push off to the east. It's these storms that we're going to continue to watch out for, again, that potential of a quick, isolated spin-up tornado, but mainly damaging straight line winds of 60 miles an hour. These storms are quickly racing off to the east. Again, Lime Hill, Dickinsonville, here, Benham's within these warnings. So we're going to continue to watch these closely as these storms continue to bow out. We're getting toward the top of the 6 o'clock hour, so we're going to have about, here in just a couple minutes, 15 minutes left on that tornado warning in Buchanan County. And then we'll have the severe thunderstorm warning, one for Bristol. That one also goes until 6:15. I would expect that to be extended east. We got a lot of thunderstorm wind damage reports coming in. In Hayside, we have some thunderstorm wind damage from that storm that had the circulation that was tornado warned. The Weather Service reporting multiple trees down in Pennington Gap, Virginia, and we had rotation come through Pennington Gap. So we're going to watch that closely. We could have had a brief spin up of a tornado there in Pennington Gap, Virginia. So that's back in Lee County about an hour, or a little less than an hour or so ago. We could have had that quick spin up of a tornado. But again, these storms pushing to the east from Nicholsville down to Arcadia up to Dungannon. That's where these storms are pushing through. And again, these are severe. They're about to push into the Bristol area. 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible in this. So again, a lot of warnings. Let's go back to our tornado warning for parts of Buchanan County, because we know those folks in Buchanan County. To know when we can give them the all clear, I think it's going to happen pretty soon. So if you're in Buchanan County, give us maybe to one little area of broad rotation south of Jackson Flats. That's about to push out of the county into McDowell County. Then I will give Buchanan County the all clear into McDowell County, West Virginia, which is some good news. Let's go down the storm in Russell County. Again, we're in between radars when you're in this part of Russell County. Some broad rotation showing up in that storm, but again, that's mainly damaging winds, large hail.